Yeah, this just might be too much for this iPhone camera. Trying to get some good lighting here, get some reasonable sunlight, but to show kind of the difference between kind of an as-cast stock condition port inside the valve area here. This is the late MPI head, and they're rough. I mean, there's a lip right here that makes an umbrella shape around that exhaust guide. They've made some changes to the casting so that the guides are no longer open. In the early performance heads, certainly the guide was installed into a port that had the nice shape to it. Here they've just cast the whole side off, essentially only leaving the ports open on one side of the guide. So we're making an engine here for torque. Hard to say if it'll really make a huge difference, certainly to peak power levels for what we're doing. But I just can't help but think that attention to detail here is something that's kind of will result in just a smoother running engine that makes nice power everywhere. But this one here, you can see I've cleaned this one up just using a simple Dremel, a 20-year-old little Dremel tool, and then I put a carbide cutter that would normally be used on a high-speed air die grinder on an electric DeWalt drill, and that's letting me do a really nice job smoothing the cast iron here. Usually I do these the aluminum heads and just use the carbide cutters with an air tool, but this is looking pretty good. It's a bit slow because it's cast iron, but we're making some improvements to it. See, I'll try to put this on my stand here, and we'll see if we can't give it a quick run. We can see we've made some good improvements in these chambers here. Literally, if you just relax and support the tool so you don't have any mishaps. And if you're patient like that, you can really make a big difference. You can see there's quite a bit of dust here that we've ground, and literally if you're just working in an area where you here decided to put it out on my tailgate of another truck, so the metal's not going to go anywhere. But you can contain this indoors. You can see I have a tray under here that holds it pretty good. I'm going to try to do some better light photography here of this to show the real difference. Our sunlight's kind of hitting it now, but you can sure see that the stock condition of these ports is rough. There's a terrible casting umbrella there obstructing the smooth flow of exhaust gas. And if we can look carefully, we can see that we've made considerable improvement here, just in the amount that you can put a finger in even into the now nice smooth port over here. Literally, I think it would cut your finger to go any further than that on that big sharp edge right around there. I don't know why when they make these have just a horrific angle here. It's as though you can see the finger coming through. They force about a 90-degree turn, and they do nothing to smooth this radius right here. So a lot of what we do to make this port open and smooth and gentle is to radius this turn so that it's not such an abrupt doorway opening with a right angle to it. And I believe that you end up with just a nicer running engine, and if you're like me, this kind of attention to detail makes you feel better about your work. I'll sneak the phone back out, and let's continue while we have some good light.